Okay, as I go through it, I think I pressed record. I did. As I go through it, I'll also kind of like tell y'all, oh, this one's on there, or this one's not. That way tonight and tomorrow night as you go through and study, you'll know which ones to really concentrate on. So number one, I don't want to write on here. First of all, is this a function or not?
No.
Why not? Yeah, your x values cannot repeat. You cannot have the same x values. Do y'all see the 15s? Those are x values. So your answer is no on that one. Okay? Yeah. Okay? The next one, they just want us to write an equation. So let's listen to what it's saying. Specialty t-shirts are being sold online for $15 each. How do I write $15 for each t-shirt? What would I write for that? 15x, or they do 15t. They use a t for t-shirt, right? Because if you had one t-shirt, how much is it? 15. If you had two t-shirts, how much is it? 30. Anyway, so that's $15 per t-shirt. Then it says plus. Well, that's easy. We'll put a little plus sign. A one-time handling fee of $225. Okay? Is everybody good so far? The total... let's see what else about the total cost is a function. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. All right, so that's my little equation. So it's saying the total cost is a function of time t. I want to write it on this side. Does everybody understand? That just means the cost is $15 per shirt plus the handling fee. Are we good with that? That's what that means. Yes. Then it tells me, what do? I plug in 3 for t. That means what's the cost of 3 shirts? So I would do 15 times 3 plus 225. And what do we get for number 2? What'd y'all get? It's C. It is 47.25. It is 47.25. But it's C because it's the 15 is what goes with the T. Is everybody good with that? Because the t-shirts are $15 each. Okay? That one is on there, yes. Just changes the numbers. Number 1 is on there. Number 2 is on there. We're at number 3. Flying through here. The distance traveled at a constant speed is directly proportional to the time of travel. Okay? So, if Olivia traveled 182 miles, so I'm just going to make a little proportion. It says it's proportionate. In 6.5 hours, that's miles per hour, right? Then how many miles will Olivia travel in 8.1 hours? So where does the hours go? Well, bottom. Because we did miles up here. Oh, y'all didn't do it this way?
I did.
Okay, I just did miles up here and hours down here. Miles up here, I don't know. Hours down here. I just set up a proportion because it told me it was proportional. Do y'all understand that?
Miss Amanda,
Uh-huh.
I didn't do it like that, and I still got it right.
That's fine. There's probably... You could have done a direct variation equation as well, but that would have been more difficult. Anyway, let's cross multiply, okay? So I get 6.5x equals... I'm going to need my calculator on that. 1,183. That's what Jayden tells us. That's not right?
We're not done yet.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's 1474 plus 2.
Yep, that's okay. That's okay. 1474.2. Okay, then what do I...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, then what do I do?
Divide by 6.
Divide by 6.5,
226.8.
and it's 226.8, and that is answer choice D. 226.8 miles. That's how far you will go in 8.1 hours. How is that?
Why did I do that? I did 18. Is it on there?
That one is on there, yes. So you make a proportion, cross multiply, divide, okay?
I just divided, I did 182 divided by 6.5.
Y'all are cold?
And then times 8.1.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you know, like, the question will be very similar. I just changed the numbers. And y'all, any of them that, like, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't get this at all, circle it or star it. And maybe at the end of class tomorrow, I can go over it again. Or you can come see me for tutoring today. All right. Number 4, let's keep going. Formula is on the board.
Are you leaving it up there?
I think I might.
Don't you have little things, cutouts? Somewhere too?
Huh?
Don't you have like little cutout things?
Cut out things?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah, for orange
like the little lemonade.
Oh, yeah, I have those. They're just in my Algebra 1 folder, so I haven't pulled them out. Like, I haven't gotten to that chapter yet. But I could pull those out. But, okay, how do I find the slope for number 4? Yep, let's subtract our y's. Which one do y'all want me to start with? 4? I heard 4 first, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then what? 7. See how you had to start with the same one? Okay, so y minus y, x minus x. So what's 4 minus 2? And what is 7 minus 6? A 1. And let me stop. Pause this for a second. So we get 2 for our. What did you say?
What was all that standing?
Oh no, it wasn't. I mean, no, she was just for somebody that's missing class is all it was. Let's see. So that I would know. Anyway, 4 is D. Yes, it's on there. Let me keep going. All right. Our goal is 18. This one's super easy. This one is on there. Okay, and y'all listen, slope-intercept form, it's on the board. It looks like this. Y equals mx plus b. So what do they tell me my slope is on number 5? 2. And what's the y-intercept? 7. Okay, it's a positive 7. Yes, they write it different now. They wrote it as an ordered pair. We kind of did that a few years ago, but it's written a little bit different. And 5 is on there. So far, are we good on this?
So it's C.
It is 5 is C, yes. Off, yes. I went to turn it off a second ago, and then Miss Christie walked in.
It's in that
5 is on there, yes.
So which ones are on there?
So far, 1 through 5. I haven't taken any of them off. All right, number 6. It says, write the equation in slope-intercept form. So this one, they give us the whole equation. We just need to rearrange it, okay? Let me write it all down. So if I rearrange it, I'm solving for y. If I forget slope-intercept form, I'm looking on the board, and it's got the y by itself. So what do y'all move first? Yep, you add 12x over here. And I always, well, here, let me just do this. I'll bring down my negative 4y. I always like to write my x first. Are we good with that step? I just moved my 12x, and it became positive on the other side. Then there's one more thing I need to do. What is that? Divide everything by negative 4. And I'm looking at theirs, answer choices. Look, I like to divide each one of mine, just all separate. Each little thing divided by negative 4. So I get y equals what? Negative 3x. And then this one's going to be a minus. What is 10 over 4? You can reduce it on your calculator if you need to. It's 5 over 2. And does everybody understand why it's a minus sign? Because it was negative, so I put the minus sign. So do y'all see that answer choice? It's A. The slope is negative 3. The y-intercept is negative 5 halves.
Is that one?
I'm looking to see. Yes, so there's one very similar to that, okay? It is A. I am recording. And it's multiple choice. I mean, so far, let me make sure. Yep. All right.
Was there a 6 on there?
6 is on there. Yep, so far, we're just keeping all of them on there. Don't worry, there's not 38 questions on the test. Okay, number 7. Let's keep going. Well, I'll just tell y'all after I go over it. There's a few that I'm not even going to do, but some of these I'm going to do, even if they're not on there. I think 6 is on there. 7, it is on there. But anyway, I'm doing it anyway, even if it wasn't. Negative 2, 10, and 10, negative 14. So they want me to write it in point slope form, which is on the board, okay? I need a point and a slope. How do you find the slope? Subtract your y's, subtract your x's. What y do y'all want me to start with? Okay, so she says negative 14 minus 10, so I do the same order. 10 minus negative 2. Don't get confused on your negatives, just type it in. So we get negative 24 over 12. What is that? Negative 2. So our slope is negative 2. I can already narrow it down to C or D, right? I can already narrow it down. Now, if I'm looking at C or D, what numbers did they pick for my X and Y? Look at their answer choices. Do they have the 14 and the 10s or the 2s and the 10s? 2s and 10s. Do y'all understand why I looked at that? So which point am I going to pick to 2s and 10s? Okay?
Wait, can you say that again?
I can pick either of these points to write an equation. Okay? But if I look, since they have answer choices, let me see which point they picked. I don't see any 14 in their answer. Do you? No. Do you see 2s and 10s in their answer? So what point did they pick? This one. That was just so you don't have to end up doing the problem twice. So let me pick this point and look, I'm looking at point slope form on the board. So it's y minus your y value. What's my y value? 10 equals our slope, which is what? Negative 2 times x minus your x value. So what does that end up being? Plus 2. Okay? So what's our answer? C. It is C. And if you had picked the other point, y'all, it wouldn't have been wrong. They just don't have an answer choice that matches it. Okay? That's why I was like, let's pick and see which one we need to go and use. All right. So that one is on there. Let's look at number 8. It's got a point and it's got a slope. So how do I write point slope form? Y minus, so it's plus 7, yep, and it equals m, which is 4, and then x minus our x value. So that's where the 7 came from and the 6. Okay, that one's not on there. First one that's not on there, number 8.
What's the answer to number 8, C?
Number 8 is C. Number 9, let me write it down. Y'all, if I go too fast on something, let me know. Okay, standard form. What do y'all remember about standard form? I probably need, let me write that on that board. Do y'all need me to write standard form? I might need to, can y'all even see this back there? If I need to write it bigger, I can. Like, I would think it needs to be like standard form. AX plus BY equals C. Standard form, you probably can't hear me on the video at this point. It just means your X comes first, then your Y, then your number. But standard form, if you notice in all your answer choices, there's no fraction. So what do you do with that 7? You have to just multiply, and you can't pick and choose. You have to multiply it by everything. So I'm going to multiply 7 times everything. What's 7 times y? 7y. And then 7 times 5 over 7? 5x. You can plug it in your calculator if you need to. I'm hoping y'all could just tell that those 7s would cancel out. If not, plug it in your calculator. It would tell you it's 5. Okay, and then what's negative 12 times 7? Okay, almost done. So if you look at standard form on the board, my x needs to be moved, right? So how do I move that 5x? We subtract it over, and it has to come first. So it's a negative 5x, a positive 7y, and I'm bringing down my negative 84. So 9 is C. That one is on there. It's the same steps. I just changed the numbers. Are y'all good with that one? Kind of? Okay. Now we have parallel. All right, a line parallel. What does parallel mean?
I think it's going to be on there.
One of them is going to be on there.
Is it perpendicular?
It's the parallel one.
That's better, we don't have to flip it.
Yeah, so you don't have to flip or reciprocal or anything. Parallel has the same slope. So what is the slope on number 10? What's the slope of your equation? 8. Here, I'm going to write it down so if you're watching the video, you'll know where in the world I got 8 from. That right there is your slope. If it has the same slope, we're saying our slope is 8. What's the point? 5, 2. Okay, so they want us to write an equation. Y'all, if they give us a point and a slope, look over there at our formulas. I'm going to go with point slope. Okay, the good thing about college algebra is when I write that point slope form, that would be my answer. Like when I type it in on college algebra thing, you don't even have to move it around. But for this, you have to move it around. So we get y minus, what's our y value? 2 equals our slope, and x minus 5. Okay, so again, I was saying in college algebra, a lot of the times you can just stop here and type that answer in. But on ours, that's not an answer choice, so we have to rearrange it, move things around. Do y'all see that? So what do we do with the 8? Distribute it. So we get 8x minus 40. Almost done. There's one thing. They have the y by itself in their answer choices. So what do I do with that minus 2? You add 2. Be careful here because that could make your answer choice wrong. What's negative 40 plus 2? Negative 38. So 10 is actually A. Okay? How are we with that? Good? 11 is not on there. Do y'all want me to go over it? No? Okay.
Is it B?
Number 11 is B. Okay? And if you do take college algebra, I don't know if y'all are doing that next year or like after or whatever. If you do, there will be one like that. So you'll just have to remember to flip it. Don't worry. They go through all of it. You do assignments and all kinds of stuff with it. Okay. Are we good? All right. Keep going. We have made it to number 12. All right. I'm going to put this one up here. I might do this one on the board. I'm going to move it this way, though. I might do it on this side. Okay, so they want us to find the intercepts. Do y'all remember how to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, like, if I want to find my y-intercept, it's just 4y equals negative 12. I'm just going to let my x be 0. How do I solve this?
Oh, I did something different.
So I just cover that up. There's probably different ways. Did you just graph it, like solve for y and graph it? That's one way. But it asks for the intercepts. You can solve for y.
I did the table thing.
You can graph. Yeah, that's fine. That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. That's another way to do it. The way that I did go over is just to say 4y equals 12. So what would y equal? Divide by 4. And your y-intercept is negative 3. So I'm looking for, it's either this one or this one. Okay? Then how would you find your x-intercept? Cover up that one. Negative 3x equals negative 12. Divide by negative 3. And my x-intercept is 4. Oh, it still matches both of those. So then on your graph, let's look and see which one matches. Let me move my graphs up. Ooh, I hope y'all are done. Right now. I'm sorry if y'all weren't. But hold on. We're looking at B and C. So this one is on there, yes. So which one has a y-intercept of negative 3? That means it would be down here. Does this cross the y-axis at negative 3? No. That's what a y-intercept means. An x-intercept means you would be crossing the x-axis at 4. That's not the case. What is this one? Negative 3 and 4. That looks right. Chloe was saying she solved, I think, somebody was saying, they solved it for y and just graphed it. And then you could just see which one your answer is. That's what we're going to do in a little bit, okay? It doesn't matter. There's like lots of different ways to do these problems. Are y'all good with that one? Okay, because that one, yeah, it's on there. So, and I give you a graph just like that to pick from. Okay? Moving along. We're going to skip 13. This was, I think, one of the main ones we're skipping. It's not on there. It's just, I don't like, 13 is B, yeah. So, I didn't put that one on there. Sometimes wording is confusing, and anyway, so I just was like, and there's more other things I wanted to put on here. 13's not on there, but it was B. Number 14, which one of these looks like a function shifted to the left 4? What do you do when it's shifted left or right? You put it in the parentheses, and it's opposite of what you think. So if it says left 4, it's going to be at +4.
That's on
That one's not on there because I put the next one or two. It's C. I just didn't want somebody confused with all that f of x stuff. So 14's not on there. 14 is C. Okay. Keeping going. Do y'all need air again? Yes, no? No, we're fine for now? Okay, y'all just speak up. 15 is on there. Okay? It says to the left 6, down 5. So y'all need to think, okay, when you're moving left and right, it's opposite what you think. So left 6, I need to think +6. Down 5 is what? It's exactly what you think, -5. So which one has an x +6 and then a -5? A. And I know that they have their little square up here because that's an x squared function. Do y'all understand that?
You said that is on there.
That one is on there, yeah. So left 6, down 5. I kind of just wrote my little notes here so then I can go through and pick which function looks like it. Okay? That one was A, 15. Okay? 16. Let me see the time. Y'all, we may get through more than 18. We'll see. Number 16. There's one like this, okay? It doesn't go with the graphs. It's just this part right here. It just wants us to figure out where is it translated. What does that +7 mean? To the left 7, and then that means down 2. Left 7, down 2. So 2 down and left. Wait, what does that say? Translated. Oh, that's wrong. What y'all said D? 7 units to the left and 2 down. That's correct.
You said that is on there?
That is on there. 16 is D. But you have to just read through them carefully, okay? Are we good with that? Yep. 17. How would you do this one? This one's not on there, but how would you do it? Would you just type it in your calculator? Yeah. We do have several of them that we are going to do that, okay? But you would just type it in your calculator and see what it says. This one I didn't put on there because it does that little 5/3 thing. So 17 is D. It's not on there. 18 is not on there. I know that one's easy, but that whole 1/2 and 3/2, and I hate when people miss this one because the answer to 18 is A. But I hate for people to miss this because they couldn't tell where the point was. Okay, so I just took that one off. But 18 is A.
17?
Not on there. 17 was D, and 17 was not on there. 19, we're just going to do a few more. We are getting on the ahead. That's good. 19 is on there. Which one of these is a function? B. This one is on there. B is a function. Hold on. I thought I had one like that on there. I'm going to go over that one because we're going to go over number 20. I don't know if it's on there. And how many let me see how many I have on here. 24. There's 24 questions. Some of them I know, like that front page, they take a little while. Or like point, slope, intercept. Some of them take a little while, but some of them like this don't. Okay. Does y vary directly with x? How you have to solve for y to see. How do I solve for y? Subtract 2x. So if I subtract 2x, yeah, it's y equals -2x minus 19. And so it's not, because direct variation, it can't have any other numbers. I don't see that one on there. I thought I left it on, but there were so many to pick from. I think I took this off.
So it's 20
So this one is, it's no. 20 is D. It's not a direct variation. If it just said y equals negative 2x, that one would be. It would go through the origin. But it's been moved down 19, because that's what direct variation, it goes through the origin. All right, so that messed it up. Okay, so 20 was D. Now we're on 21. This one is on there. So yay, all you have to do if you have a graphing calculator is what? Match it. So let me just do that really quick,
It's A.
because I've got 2 minutes left. And yeah, 21 is A. Do I need to show y'all this, how to put it in? Okay, so I have a yes, so I'm going to just go to y equals. All right, on the top of your calculator, press y equals. Then you just type in negative 4x, just like they have. And when you press graph, you're looking for the graph that looks like a similar slope. Well, C is going a totally different way. D is going a totally different way. Now look, does A or B look more like it? A. Okay, so you can see, that one's on there. So you can probably just do that. Or if you wanted to, y'all, press second table, and then you can see if some of the ordered pairs match. That would give you more exact, like where are you? Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. I think that we probably need to stop here. Y'all just remind me tomorrow that we're starting with 20. 22 is A. Well, I'm going to start there tomorrow, but I don't know that it is on there. Okay? And listen, if you're wanting to do any of these by yourself, do them tonight, because tomorrow I want to make sure we get this done first thing at the beginning of class.
Hey, if you print anymore, you print like 2 extras from
Oh, yeah. Do you want it to be in the same thing just so you can rework them out?
It doesn't matter.